Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty. What's going on, everyone? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. What is going on with everybody here? We are jumping into the cut right now. Everybody is beginning to file in right over here. Leading us off there, it looks like we've got Freddy Foodie King. Freddy, what's going on, brother? We got a bunch of other people here in the lobby. Let me see, starting off in the very top here, and we'll get started with the show in just a second or two, but great to see you guys all here. Looks like we have somebody from Russia. I wish I can pronounce that up there, but that was the first message to me that says hey or hi. Thanks so much for jumping on. Paola, thanks so much for jumping on. DCM, great to see you as well. Thanks so much for being here. Drew's Food Reviews, welcome to the Friday situation. It is always a situation. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. I always do my pre-stream test before we start, but it's always nice to know. It's great to see the thumbs up there. Keep your Emojipedia open. We may have a few things in effect there as well, and I may ask a few things of you. We'll have to see here, but let's see who else we've got in effect here. Nehemiah Sanders, thanks so much for jumping on. Carl Broussard, great to see you as well. Bus7332 jumping in with the super chat donation already. Bus, thank you, I appreciate that for supporting the stream. Should you guys wish to do that, obviously you'll find a multitude of ways down below in the description box or in the first pinned comment if you're watching this on the replay. I appreciate that greatly there. Thank you for that. Let's see, we've got Dom's World. Thanks so much for jumping on. It is great to see you guys. Annette Cervantes, thanks for being here as well. Continuing that birthday celebration, hopefully from a few weeks ago. We got 33 amazing peeps currently listed in here right now. It is great to be on here. We got all the thumbs up that are jumping in here as well. Thanks for being here. E. Ricard in the house. Thank you for being here. As always, you are definitely an amazing team member, so to speak. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you swinging on by, as always. Let's see who else we've got here. Let's see. Yanolis, I think it says there. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Hopefully. I know a lot of people butcher my name. A lot of people say it's Ian. Ian is what it is. But I hope everything is good with you there, Yonelis. So hopefully I said that correctly, or Yonel. If the S is silent, hello. Let's see. Love food like I do. Candace Cherry is in effect here as well. And everybody's beginning to file in here as well. Further, we've got Ben Nguyen. Ben, thanks so much for being here. Gingerfit Dad. Blazer Game and Peep This Out. You go, definitely, that's right, the game is on tonight. Cool. I appreciate me having I'm on in the background for you while you're doing your due. I'm going to try and entertain as much as I possibly can. It is all good. Let's see here. Ash Hernandez 14, 199 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're going to see your name popping into view down below here. It's a little small, but you'll see it up over here in just a second here once Corporal Hicks jumps into the cut with Stay Frosty. We've got the trips in effect as well from further up north and over to the east. Great to see you as well from the trips, putting out some banging content as always. Let's see here. Looks like we've got Gloss in the City. Have you been to the Firehouse for a review? I have not. I do not have a Firehouse subs close to me here. Not within relative distance considering what we're all going through here right now. It's not out of the question, but it's definitely out of the way. So definitely nothing on the radar temporarily for right now with that. Let's see here. DCM says to unleash the frostiness. We're going to have some fun with this one tonight. This is actually going to be kind of cool, I think. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. If you're catching this on the replay, you already know what it is. You guys can definitely take a look down below in the description box. You'll find the timestamps, I should say, available to you there, so you can jump right to the reviews and you guys can just enjoy to your heart's content. But if you're watching this live, we're going to get there. I promise you we're going to get there. Let's see. Going down. Sammy YT. Sammy, what's going on? I think I did miss your comment here. Hang on one second. Oh, there we go. Okay. I haven't been here in a while in the live chat, so sorry I missed you. I'm grateful that you have reviewed my sandwich. Yes, over at the Wendy's situation. Absolutely. It's been a rough week for me and just came here to see if you can cheer me up. I'm going to do my best. And Sammy YT, thank you so much for doing that. Definitely a shout out to you in that video from the Popper goodness there. We've been working on that one for a minute. Definitely some really tasty stuff for Wendy's naturally with the whole the jalapeno popper thing. Although now that I think about it, they really should have come out with straight jalapeno poppers on the burger. I mean, Carl's did that back in the day with the El Diablo burger, if you guys remember that. You can take a look at the playlist here on my channel for Carl's. You'll find that there. But it's nice to have the essence of the popper situation, so to speak, on a Wendy's burger or chicken sandwich. And then naturally with the cream cheese and, you know, all the goodies that went with it there. It was good. It was definitely good. I had to go back and try it with the burger because I asked initially if you can do that. And they had no problem doing that, actually. And I was very glad to have given that a go with a different type of protein. Cream cheese on a burger, believe it or not, is a thing. And I'm really definitely digging how that came out there. So take a look at those reviews. Guys, just so you know, and let me just accept my whole humble apologies to you, or say I'm so sorry for last week. I had a few things going on outside of my place here that night, and I could not get to getting everything set up for the stream. There's a lot of work being done. So unfortunately, I could not be here last week. But if you guys are keeping score, there has literally been a video every single day last week with the exception of Friday. And then every single day this week with the exception of yesterday, I believe. So I think it's yesterday. I think it was yesterday, yeah. So it's been a very, very busy couple of weeks, and all this, like, if this was like summertime, this would be like blockbuster season, because there is some crazy killer content for all the new stuff that's out right now. Some of the new stuff, the pre-release chicken sandwiches from Mickey D's that just went live yesterday, I think 2 days ago, as well. There is a lot going on. So yes, so we've got some things to talk about tonight for sure. And I'm sure I'll probably see you guys actually putting into the chat over here for things that I'm going to come across. So ask those questions away. I'll try and get to as many as I possibly can. But I am a one-man show when it comes to this stuff. But again, I'm so sorry about last Friday. I hated to do it, but there's no way I could have set up and got everything going here, especially with what was going on, and the time was just too short. So it is what it is. But anyway, we're here now. Enough of that. It's on to bigger and better things. Let's see here. Did Paul Critical East Japan's in the house? Yes. Pumping out that content as well too there. I'm gonna, you know, when I see those things popping up there, Paul, I'm gonna be retweeting your stuff out as well too. You've got some amazing stuff as always there. If you guys are on Twitter, if you guys are putting out that content there, I really want to kind of push that stuff out there as well too. Definitely jump on over to Critical Eats Japan. You already know what it is. And Paul, I saw your comment on the bacon situation that you were jealous of. I've been kind of casually looking at stuff all day today here and trying to go back. I'm trying not to look at, you know, views and things like that until much later in the day because my schedule's been crazy the last few days. But yes, the bacon situation on that Sourdough King, the return of the breakfast Sourdough King sandwiches, was a ridiculous situation. It was awesome. That was fun to film a couple of days ago as well. So we'll go into a few things. We'll talk about that as well here. Annette, don't worry, we understand. I hope so. I hate to disappoint you guys, believe me. I hate to disappoint you guys, and I want to try and do what I can to be as accessible to you as possible. And I love these Friday night streams because I can do just that with you, and it's definitely a fun time. And I know that Mi Familia is watching as well. As soon as I see somebody that may jump in there, we'll jump into something later. So we'll have to see with that. But I know that Mama Peeps is watching right now. Mama Peeps trying to keep you entertained while you're going through the quarantining situation as well. I love you, moms. Let's see here. Scott. Hello, everyone. Scott, that's Messerschmitt. How you doing? Great to see you on here. Let's see. SSWW3, World War III 2040. Shared the stream, by the way, stopping by to say hi. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paola, you know Sonic has the new cheesesteaks. They don't have cheesesteaks. That review was boo-boo. That's all I have to say. Ultimate cheesesteaks? No. Take a look at that if you don't know what I'm talking about. I think you do. Let's see. Critical, yes, he was expecting actual poppers. Initially, that's what I thought it was going to be. You know, naturally working behind the scenes to try and get a little bit more info on that. It was definitely interesting to see what it actually was. And when I finally was able to see that, you know, Sammy definitely showcased it. I was like, okay, you know, not bad. It's going to be pretty good. So hopefully you like those reviews. They were definitely fun to do outside. Little Caesars back in business, guys. You already know what it is with that pretzel crust pizza situation. It is a ridiculous situation back in effect there. I had a very interesting experience with that one, and I'll tell you about that probably after the first review, I should say. We'll be doing a couple tonight. Aaron Trujillo, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Annette, yes, the chicken sandwich was a letdown from Mickey D's. Yeah, it depends upon how, you know, your mileage may vary, as I always say with these things. Sometimes what you get may not be exactly quality, picture perfect quality, I should say. But at the same time, it's great to see the attempt. It's great to see something new from them, especially going a little bit more competitively. We'll talk more about that too as we go. Teresa M, thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate you being here. See, my chat is always getting a little crazy. I'm trying not to get disoriented by looking at the other chat that you're seeing on the screen, because what I see here is the current, and I want to try and address that because eventually it'll catch up And I know you guys want to get some of your things answered there. So let's see here. Yeah, Sam, it's going to be till April 4th. I figured at least a month's time, maybe a little over. Wendy's is usually a quarterly promo. They usually don't come out with something every single month. BK, for the most part, hasn't really done that since late last year anyway. They pretty much had the Steakhouse King forever and then brought back the Sourdough King, as well as the Jalapeno Bites. When I filmed the review from the breakfast one a couple of days ago, that was, I think, the Jalapeno Bites and the Cheesy Tots that are back as well, too, on top of that. So we'll see what happens. And then gearing up for something much bigger, which you guys are probably going to know what that's going to be coming very soon. So let's see here. Aaron Trujillo, have a question. Out of all the chicken sandwiches you've tried, which is your favorite and the others that you've tried? You know, I got to say, if I really, looking at all the ones that I've done, and I kind of wanted to save this for towards like, you know, later into the stream, because there is a YouTuber out there right now who you may know as Poppy Eats. That guy is putting in the work. I mean, he's been going to like chicken places galore. I have to take a look at the new one that he just put out today. I think it was from PDQ, which is something further back east. I think more like in the maybe southwest or southeast or back in the eastern area there. PDQ is, I think, this latest review. He's been going to check out every single chicken joint, I think, out there for the most part. So a lot of the regional ones that we don't have access to here in Southern California, all the major ones that have them out as well. He's still waiting for the KFC chicken sandwich, actually, which we've had here ever since I did that review. It's available here. So the posters are all over the place. I wish I had that material in my reviews then, because they didn't have a lot of that out. But now it looks all awesome, you know, for what it is. So, but Poppy's been killing it with the chicken sandwich month that he's been going. That seems like an ongoing month, if you ask me. So I'm going to put a link to his channel down below. When you guys are watching the replay right now, jump down below, jump over to Poppy's channel. You should be liking and subscribing. He is definitely putting in the chicken sandwich work there, really giving his wholeheartedly honest opinions of everything, the evaluation. He's really, really conflicted by a lot of the things. And I think he has 20 slots on this little chart that he has at the end. It's extreme. It's probably the most that I've seen anybody ever do. It's literally a lot of choices. So how he's trying to keep that in there right now, I have no idea. But we'll talk about, you know, in terms of what I think is some of the best ones out there. I mean, Popeyes obviously is up there. That KFC one is banging. That spicy one, especially the KFC, is ridiculous. Just really, really good stuff. So we'll talk, you know, as we go further with that there. All right, so let's see. Going down the line, let's see. Arnett Cervantes, they have a deal for $10. We can get the pretzel pizza, Crazy Bread, and Pepsi Mountain Dew. Yes. And if you guys saw IG today, there was a code for something also. I can't remember what that code was actually used for. I think it's Unlock Pretzel Crust. It's Unlock, you know, it's some type of promo they have going with that. But definitely take a look and see. Gingerfit Dad, how did you come up with the name Peep This Out? You know, that's actually, a lot of people do ask me that, Gingerfit, and I actually have a video dedicated to that on the channel. I think it's under the Peep This Out reviews or Peep This Out announcements and mobile. It's like, you know, like announcements or special like stuff like that too. But it basically highlights how that name came to be, and I actually kind of do a little bit of acting with my fiance then, wife now, that's in there. So it kind of goes into a whole thing with that there. But let's just say Mama Peeps is watching right now, and she is the inspiration for that, because just to kind of break it down for you real fast, because you can see it in detail in the video. One of my mom's favorite snacks, especially this time of the year, is Peeps. So that's one of the things that when I was trying to think about what the name to go with there, Peep This Out or Peep It Out, that type of thing. It just happened to kind of flow that way. So there's more to it than that, but you can take a look at that video. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much what it is. So let's see. Ernest785, how you doing? Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm doing okay. A little under the weather. It's been a little bit of a rough couple of weeks, I'm not going to lie. But doing a lot better, which is a good thing. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Jackie, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Let's see. Sammy, did you try the new 2 for $10 from BK? No, I think that's, yeah, the new Whoppers promos. I think we can get 2 of them, that type of thing. I've been trying to win that Super Mario 3D Switch, Nintendo Switch thing with their thing. They have a thing that you can do for that. They have like something where there's no purchase required, which I always think by law they have to do that, but they'll never check when people do that. But every day I've been clicking on that link in their thing that just ended for that. Let's see. Aaron says just order the KFC sandwich. Nice. It's pretty much everywhere for the most part there. So, you know, it's, if you don't have it just yet in your area, it will be there. Trust me, very, very soon, if not the next week or so. I'm sure it's going to be pretty much everywhere. Let's see. Last couple of things here. Erna, when did you get married? 2015. Just celebrate my 6th wedding anniversary earlier in January. So yeah, it's been time goes by quick. Let me just tell you, time goes by quick. Let's see, Ginger Fit Dad. No, my moms didn't come up with Stay Frosty. That was all me right there, especially from Aliens, one of my all-time favorite movies with Hicks. So that's where that comes from. Zach and Dad, hey, Wendy's jalapeno popper chicken sandwich was pretty good. Yes, it was very, very delicious. Fun to film that outside. Fun to film that outside. Larry Nguyen, have you tried the McDonald's fish fillet Friday for $2? No, and you know what? I have not had a fish fillet in like literally years and years and years. I mean, literally like when I was a little kid, possibly. So that may be a whole new experience there. I've been considering that to maybe add it because I've done so much of the fish stuff already. But to be honest, between you and me, I mean, I can talk to you directly, right? You know, eye to eye, that type of thing. I'm kind of over chicken sandwiches. I'm kind of over fish sandwiches right now. So it's a little bit of back and forth there. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do them because obviously when there's newer products, of course, I want to give that a go. But I'm so chicken sandwiched out right now, and especially, you know, by the time this review or this ends this stream, it may be even more so. So we'll have to see there. Not that I'm giving anything away, of course. Let's see. All right, last couple of things before we jump into the quick thing here. KFC tomorrow. There's Poppy Eats. There he is. And right above him. Sorry about that, Poppy. Jackie Hero, McDonald's has the spicier McChicken sandwiches, habanero McChicken, part of the permanent menu right now. And they have Szechuan. Yes, I have to take a look at that. Actually, that looks pretty wild. And again, what we don't have here, you guys have up over there, and vice versa. So I'm going to have to see what's going on with that situation for sure. But we'll have to see. Let's see. Sammy, I keep having to make it at Wendy's, but it's annoying. No worries. It's part of what goes with that over there. But hey, Poppy, I'm glad you're finally getting the KFC in there. Absolutely. That's awesome to make the cut. With that as well, be interested to see there. And again, I don't know if you just jumped in there, but we've been talking about your rankings that you've been doing there. And again, the link to your channel will be down below in the description. Like I said, that guy's been putting in the work with the chicken sandwich situations there. It's pretty epic considering how many places he's gone to and what you're going to see on that chart, especially at the end. So I hope you're tax writing that off for this year for what you're doing there. So let's see here, guys. Pepsi Blue is coming back. Ali Rios, yes, that is coming back. It's true. It is. Let's see. Philly Feet. What it do? Man, it's been a minute. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to be here with you right now. That's awesome. That's awesome. Chrissy, Little Caesars pretzel last night. I forgot to get the pizza sauce on the side cup. Needed that dip. And you know what? You guys can probably tell me because some people are saying that was made wrong for me because initially when, like I said, and you see in the video with that there, when I got that, the pizza sauce was in the cup on the side. So they still make it normal with the cheddar cheese sauce, but they give you the pizza sauce on the side to dip. Some people were saying it should have been made for you with the pizza sauce, which is what I thought it was. And I think I explained that in the review at the same time. But you know what? I kind of preferred it as a dip action because the dip, I think you can control it. You can really taste the difference, I think, a little bit with it. Maybe not too much, not too little at the same time. I liked it like that personally, and that was a lot of fun to film, by the way, as well. Let's see here. Last couple of things before you guys are jumping in with all these comments here. I got to be able to get back to all of these. It's very hard to get to all of you guys, just so you know. So believe me, I'm trying to do my best for you right now. I'm trying to do my best for you. Let's see. Poppy is the man. Thanks for your chicken consumption this month. Yes, he's been knocking off some poultry. He has definitely been knocking it off. I'm just hoping you're taking the protein out of that and getting rid of everything else and using it for other things like I do, because that would be a lot of stuff to take in, my friend. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. But shout outs for really putting it out there, because Poppy, like I said, he's been pumping out the chicken sandwiches. Ridiculous. It's been pretty awesome. Philly Feed, rate Carl's Jr. as opposed to Checkers and Rallies. Being on the Upper East Coast, Phillies, we have rather Carl's Jr. hardest. You know what? I would prefer, personally for me, Carl's Jr. I think is, I'm probably going to get some haters for this, but I do think it is better than Checkers and Rallies. Checkers and Rallies is a little bit more greasier for me. The stuff that I've done in the past that I've tried, the quality has been kind of so-so with some of the things that I've done there. And I know I've seen that loaded Super Buford situation, but I have no desire to eat that. I really do not want to go near that. So for me personally, Carl's Jr. I think is a little bit more of the traditional flame grilled, flame broiled type of stuff. It just has a little bit more of I don't want to say the reputation is better for it, but the food quality looks like it's prepared, and I think it's just a little bit better for you, I think. So, and honestly, Checkers and Rallies, as okay as that place is, they don't come out with a lot of newer things as often. So a lot of the ones in the area here have closed down, which is why you don't see them too much on my channel. I really kind of have to drive out that way just to kind of see there. So we'll have to see. So speaking of reviews, I think it's time to do one here, because this is going to be something that I'm very curious about. And believe it or not, the one coming up a little bit later in the hour, and I'm going to have you hang with me because I'm curious about this one, and I've been curious about this one for a while. Very curious to see how this is going to go. Just like I can't sell it any more than that to you. Hang out, or if you're actually obviously time stamping down below, you're going to see what it is. If you guys are ready for the review right now, give me the thumbs up here in the chat. We'll keep it easy because that's probably the easiest emoji to do. As soon as I see a few of the thumbs up popping into view, we'll jump into it right now, and we'll see. Violent by Design, number 6 with cheese, does Checkers commercials. Yes, I've actually seen them in the past. That is very cool. Very cool with those guys over there. Let's see. Anthony Guzman, peep us out. When's your next video coming out already? See the Burger King sourdough review already. Great review. Yes, that is the well, the one that came out today obviously is what that is there. This review, tonight's stream will be for tomorrow. I'm tailoring the next review for either Sunday or Monday, so with my luck it's probably going to be on Sunday, because I like to kind of keep it moving for you guys there. So if anything, you're going to have content, and like I said, you've had content the last couple of weeks with the exception of one day each week, so you guys will be good, I guarantee you there. But look forward to some really fun stuff coming after the stream naturally, when that goes live. E. Ricard, no desire for Sonic. Let's just say things haven't been that great for Sonic lately, for me at least, E, but you already know. All right, there we go. We got the thumbs up jumping in here. There we go. Sammy T's got the thumbs down. I'll take it. Very cool. Let's see here. Couple more in. Guys, we got 64 amazing peeps currently in the house here right now. Thank you so much for jumping onto the stream. And if you haven't hit that like button down below, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel by now, definitely you should be doing that as well. Brand new content every single week. Definitely bringing the goods for you guys. There we go. All right, so guys, this one that I'm going to be doing for you right now, let's just get into it here. I'm going to wet the whistle and we'll get it going. All right. Let's see. Philly Feet. I'd love to see you do a collaboration with Sean from number 6 with cheese. That would be cool. That would be cool. I would definitely be down for that for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. Wow, man, my chat window is moving like crazy now. I'm going to have to enable slow chat, I think, maybe going forward here, because this is getting pretty nuts to manage here. So let me give this, let me try and catch up with where I'm at here. Okay, I'm going to keep it locked right here, and then we'll continue on from this point. Okay, so this review I'm going to do right now, it's a little bit of a re-review because I was very curious about something, because I didn't have the best experience the first time out, and I figured if I'm going to revisit something, you know, I normally never do that on my content because I like to kind of keep the newer things moving, and if something does kind of come out again, if there's something different about it, I'll usually do it at that point. But when it comes to something like this, I needed to come on back and give this a go because I haven't had this since, and it's been a couple of weeks, actually maybe a little over a week now, last weekend, I think. The McDonald's chicken sandwiches came out officially this past Tuesday, I believe, like Tuesday or Wednesday, a couple of days. I'm so disoriented right now. But they started trickling out in our area the middle of last week. So we've actually kind of had access here off the grid, so to speak, for a little bit now with my little contacts and things like that as well. So I was able to actually film 3 videos literally within the span of 2 days, and then kind of put those out over last weekend. So I was kind of like, you know, looking forward to putting that out, you know, naturally closer to launch, but because of what happened with Friday and everything in general, I figured let's just put these out. We'll have like a nice little trio, one after the other, and that's exactly how it went. So if you guys saw my reviews of the crispy chicken sandwiches, the crispy chicken sandwich goodness that they have over at Mickey D's, and naturally, I'm not going to tell you which one I enjoyed the most out of the 3, because most of you guys, I think, have probably watched that already there, so you already know what it is. Ed Keaton jumping in with the super chat donations again. Ed, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Happy Friday indeed, and I hope you're doing okay and everyone around you is doing as well as can possibly be right now. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much for jumping on. Definitely an amazing supporter of the channel. Always, Ed, I appreciate you greatly. So guys, crispy chicken sandwich goodness over here at Mickey D's. It's funny, when this actually went live a couple of days ago, And there's the Stay Frosty there for Ed. There was balloons all over the locations around here, and it was really kind of cool to see. So shooting the videos then would have been a good time to do. But if you guys remember some of the ones that I didn't exactly have the best experience with, I want to say maybe 2 of them. I mean, it was just okay, you know, for what they were. So I figured, you know what, maybe it was because it was something new. They were still kind of training. They were kind of learning at the same time. So I wanted to go on back to give the spicy variant a go. And granted, I know there's tons of reviews out with this one right now, but I wanted to give this a shot one more time because, spoiler alert, I had like 0 sauce practically on the version that I got, and the chicken was better, but I was very curious to see how this was going to go. So I thought I would kind of revisit this with you live tonight, because this is going to dovetail into something else that I've been curious about as well, which may just be local for me here, but I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to think. But at the same time, I wanted to give this a shot anyway and do it with you live here on the stream. So spicy crispy chicken, this variant. Now, I got to tell you, and I think I said in the reviews there, I don't think Mickey D's is targeting Popeyes with these sandwiches. They look totally Chick-fil-A-like when you see the posters, everything the way that it looks there. And you guys can drop this into the chat over here if you guys agree with that. If you guys think that this actually is more in competition with Chick-fil-A, give me a chicken leg here in the chat. That would be awesome. Let's see here. Outlaws Generation, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? We don't have Smashburger close to here any longer. They closed up shop, pretty much. So it is what it is. But if you guys are down, if you think that Chick-fil-A is more in competition, or McDonald's is more in competition with Chick-fil-A, give me that chicken leg here in the chat just to kind of see, because I'm telling you right now, this is what it's like here. Whoa. Hang on 1 second here. Love food like I do. Always here to support as always. You're the best. Keep up the awesome content. Thank you. Love food like I do. I appreciate that. Which, by the way, you guys are all official sponsors of the channel. Naturally, take a look down below in the description box on the replay. It is what it is for sure. You guys definitely are the heartbeat of the channel. The whole community is, and you guys definitely help directly. I appreciate that. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia. I got a little present for you right after we finish this review here. So hang tight for that, Mr. Jimmy. I know you're busy doing your thing, but have me on in the background and just kind of keep an ear out. You'll probably hear it for what it is. So let's get into this, guys. So honestly, a lot of you guys probably think so as well. It is really pretty much a Chick-fil-A, Mickey D situation. It's more Popeyes and KFC in terms of them competing with each other. But I wanted to give this a go because I didn't have the best experience checking out what I did. And I thought maybe it was just the way that it was made. And this is actually, wow, there's actually a way more sauce in this one here. But let's just get into it, and we'll give this a shot here so you guys can kind of see, and hopefully that's going to focus in. That actually is a very solid chicken patty, and I know that contrast is kind of blowing it out slightly, but man, that actually looks way better than the one that I reviewed, actually. And if I can just lift this up, yeah, that is way better. Way better. Take a look at that. We've got the spicy sauce. We've got the pickles on there as well. Let me see. Chris C, we got 72 viewers actually in effect right now. It is on and popping right now here. Peep This Out Reviews, live streaming. Try and keep that focused in. Guys, this is a nice chicken patty. I got to admit, I'm pretty impressed with this. I wish I could have reviewed this. Look at this. Kind of a nice situation, guys. I mean, seriously. It looks better already. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So essentially, we've got the potato roll on the outside. We've got plenty of sauce. Thankfully, I've got some wet wipes over here, so we're ready to go. But I am already digging this already here. So let's give this a shot, guys. The spicy crispy chicken sandwich, the redo, live here on Peep This Out Reviews. Replay if you're catching this after the fact. Here we go. Better. Wow. That's some nice heat. Look at that chicken. Try and focus it in. Man, my lighting right now. And of course the chicken's white on the inside, so I'll try and keep it back. Guys, much better experience with this. That is really nice. The softness of the potato roll is pretty amazing on this. And that heat, fast food heat, this is actually pretty nice. I am really digging this already. Semi-juicy. I want to say this is about maybe 20 minutes old now, but these foil packs, believe it or not, pretty much do an amazing situation with this. Chris, 72, is that the record? Actually, I think it was 125-ish or so a few weeks back, give or take. We'll have to see. But still, guys, I'm grateful for you guys all being here right now. But a really awesome variant on this one. Man, this is definitely so much better than what I reviewed on my channel last week. Let me tell you. Let's go for another bite. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This is crazy good. Wow. Guys, I may almost eat this whole thing right now. Look at the thickness of that patty. It's actually more than Chick-fil-A, but less breading than Popeyes. It's like right in the middle. And man, my mouth is watering right now. This is really, really good. Hang on. It's not burning me hot, but it's sizzling. Man. Outlaw said the Burger King brought back the Sourdough King. Just saw your review of the breakfast. Yes, thank you so much for checking that out. That was a lot of fun to shoot a couple of days ago. Very, very cool. But guys, really good situation with this here right now. Now, here's the thing. If I can try and get a clear shot, man, I really want to get a clear shot because I want you to see. I know you can see the chicken, but let me see if I can drop this. Hang on one second here. Try and bring it up. Come on. It's hard to focus it. It's hard to focus it. But as you can see, guys, the thickness of the meat is pretty amazing on this. For the version that I'm reviewing right now, and you're kind of re-reviewing, this is really a great, great piece of chicken. I am very surprised by this right now. The quality is up there. It's got thickness to it. Like I said, in between Popeyes, in between Chick-fil-A, believe it or not. And just overall, the sauce is just really well done. You can actually see it this time compared to my review. I had like nothing on that last one there. It really wasn't that great. Really wasn't that great at all. So very, very solid with this one. I'm going to go for one more bite because I really want to with this. This is just very, very delicious right now. Oh, come on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Really solid. Really solid. If I was going to re-review this score-wise again, I'd probably give this an 88. 8.8 definitely out of this one here. This is solid. 8.8 for sure. I just wish that it was just, I don't know. There's something about the sauce. I like the sauce. It's got some heat, but the flavor is just a little muted. That's the only thing. I mean, I like it. It's definitely adding some nice creaminess to the overall situation. But what I'm really liking more about this is the fact that I have a decent sized chicken patty. And honestly, I think you guys are probably going to have some different experiences depending upon some of the locations that you go to. But I'm glad this is the deal that they're going to be running with right now, because I think the odds are pretty good of having the quality being pretty much up there as we go. But very, very nice with this one, guys. 8.8 I'm going to go with on this particular one. It definitely is a major improvement over my last one by far. 88 miles per hour. Too bad you couldn't go back in time with this. You know what? I didn't even think about that till you just said it, Critical Paul. That's crazy. Yes, I wish we can go back in time and re-review. But if you want to get even more detail of the chicken patty then, even though it's a little bit smaller compared to this, and I thought that was looking decent, this is so much better right now, guys. So a lovely situation on that for sure. And I know the wifey's going to want to give that a try. So very, very good on that there. So hang on one second. I am very glad to have given that a shot. Because like I said, I don't like to re-review a lot of the same things that I already do. Although we did do a chicken sandwich from Church's, I believe, back then, along with Popeyes, you know, too. So we may have to do that. If you guys want to see, you know, if you guys want to see like KFC versus Popeyes on the next stream, give me a chicken head here in the chat. If you guys want to see that for next week, I'll make that out. I'll put that out there for you. Because like I said, they've had the chicken sandwich available for, it's been available here for a while. So if you want to see Popeyes versus KFC next week, give me the chicken head and we'll see what we can do with that. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, what's for dinner tonight? Well, aside from this precursor, which is just making me even hungrier right now. Actually, we're going to find out after the stream. I don't know. I know the wifey is picking something up right now, so we'll have to see what that is. But I'm glad to have given that one a go because that actually was really, really good. Okay, so 8.8. We'll come back for the second review in just a second here. And kind of wanted to show something to you guys that I wanted to show last Friday. Actually, the Friday before, but I wasn't able to because it didn't arrive yet. And that's something I want to check out for you right now. So let me, because I know Mr. Jimmy is in effect here right now. So just in case he is not Available. There we go. The Ultimate Chicken Sandwich Showdown, Mr. Jimmy. I agree. It's always going to be between Popeyes and Church's and KFC because they are the ones who really do like the real thick fried chicken, you know, the situation. When you think fried chicken sandwiches, it's not Chick-fil-A, it's not Popeyes. I always say that because they're very different. You know, the very heavily breaded fried chicken sandwiches are going to be KFC, Popeyes, and Church's thrown into the mix because they make a really good sandwich there for sure. Annette Cervantes. There's a Popeyes right next to my McDonald's, and they built a mini bridge between the two restaurants. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. E-Ricard, so a better stitch this go around. Yes, I definitely agree it is. So if, like I said, a better score than what I gave it, for sure, E, without a doubt. So good times, good times. Mr. Jimmy, make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Chris, the focus is out. Bring it out. And the angle and lower. I'm trying my best. I know my contrastiness right now is not helping. Robert H., one of my patrons, as well. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate the super chat donation. Again, you guys are lighting up that section down below. And we'll definitely have you, obviously, in the description box below for you as well as official sponsors. But Robert, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Any second now, we're going to be staying frosty up over here with Hicks for you as well once that registers in. But good times. Definitely good times with that, guys. Good times. So there we go. Robert H., $4.99 in effect. Okay. So just to come back to from a couple of weeks ago, because Mr. Jimmy, this is for you. You remember that we checked out the Masters of the Universe goodies. So we obviously had, if you guys know, I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan ever since I was a kid, and they've brought back the retro figures, and now they're all actually more posable. You know, I'm not going to be going anything much above and beyond what you're going to see here in terms of adding, because I just don't have the room for it. But there is a couple of things that I did end up picking up that I wanted to show you because I was a huge fan of these too. So you guys may remember from a couple of weeks ago, we checked out Battle Cat from Masters of the Universe. So this is the redo, basically more posable. I know it's a food review channel, but I wanted to show you some other hobby stuff here as well. So as you guys remember from back then, you guys will remember that there. This was an amazing toy line from Mattel. So good times with these here. So again, I wanted to show you Battle Cat action. Mr. Jimmy, this is for you there. And if you guys remember, I also ordered the companion, but it didn't show up yet because it was in process. Larry Nguyen, we have a winner chicken dinner. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So far, it's going all right. It's going all right. Yes, Mr. Jimmy, you are a bad influence, but I love you just the same. It's all good. But take a look at Skeletor's companion. We've got Panther. And if you guys remember He-Man or Masters of the Universe from back in the 80s, this actually was kind of a fleek type of coating it had. It was like a velour that it had back then, which I actually remember having the original one. But this one looks just like the Battle Cat mold. They just kind of spray it with a different color. But killer artwork. Guys, this is all the classic artwork from back in the days, if you guys remember. Yes, Cringer, the alter ego of Battle Cat. I don't know if Panther had an alter ego, so to speak, but I've always been a huge fan, and I can't wait for the new movie to come out. But this just looked amazing in there. Now, here's the thing. When I was looking for this, and I was looking for a couple of other, things, new additions that I thought I might want to do when I wanted to, I was actually into Walmart to pick up a couple of things, and I moseyed on over to the toy section just to kind of look naturally. Yes, Retro Blasting, good channel for fakes. Cool, Redneck, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Good times, Freddy Foodie King. Yes, let's flock it. Hopefully, I think they're coming out with an upgraded version of Panther that's like that. So I may have to actually consider doing something at that point there. But Mr. Jimmy, being who he is, being that he's part family and he likes the stuff as well, he sent me a picture of something that when I saw it, I was like, I don't know if I really kind of want to get that, but it looks cool. I mean, I'm looking for certain things. I ended up going to Walmart, and of course I was kind of pulled into that direction, to kind of see there. And lo and behold, they had one left of what he sent me. And I thought about it for a minute, and I just decided to, just to pick it up. So I'm not going to just kind of stall anymore, but this, this is kind of a stretch. So I haven't shown the wifey this, and I'm kind of keeping it off to the side. I got to get this on the wall quick, but this is basically a newer idea for this new set of figures here. It's Prince Adam's Sky Sled. For those of you who don't know, Prince Adam is the alter ego of He-Man. He lifts up the sword, says, I have the power by the power of Grayskull, and becomes He-Man. But that's the character before he becomes who he becomes, which is really just the molding, which is different. But the sled is actually part of Battle Ram, which was another type of thing that they had back in the day. They just decided to take that piece and make it its own little sled here. So just to kind of show you what this looks like, kind of cool. Kind of cool for what this is. And of course, all the new stuff, the new for 20, new for 21. So they took the front of that toy from back then and made it its own thing. It has a little stand, and it comes with Prince Adam in there. So definitely kind of cool. And I figured, you know what, I think I can try and make some room for this up on the wall. Eventually, this is going to be kind of out of the view. It'll be up, over here. But naturally, something to check out. So for Mi Familia, Mr. Jimmy, you are a bad influence. I appreciate you, but now we've got a little bit of extra in there. But I'm glad Battle Cat is in effect. So we're done with the Masters of the Universe talk for right now. Before we jump into the next review, the final review for the hour already. Let's see who else we have on here. Let's see. Going down the line. And again, guys, thank you so much for all your love and support. Like I always say, lot of amazing comments, stuff on the videos as well. I think what I'm going to try and start doing is just try to hardening all the comments in there as well, because it's just getting crazy. I'm trying to just building and building and building. There's so much content coming your way with everything, but I want to let you guys know that's, like I said, why I love doing these streams. It's just so much fun to do. The trips, yes, they are putting out a Castle Grayskull. It's $75, comes out in April, and they've already reviewed it online. I've been watching a lot of those types of things, and it looks amazing, but I have no room for it, because even if I were to get that, the box looks so cool. So yes, that I'm waiting for Snake Mountain eventually. I'm sure they'll put that out. I had all those toys when I was a kid, and I missed them. I don't know where they're at now, but I missed those. They were really, really awesome. But I'm glad they're coming back, and they looked amazing. They're more retro. They're updated. Can't wait for the Netflix series from Kevin Smith that he's putting out there. But yes, Prince Adam from the trips, you already know. Bacon cheeseburger at Rallies and Checkers. Oh, the Baconzilla. I see you mentioning they're talking with Poppy. Yes. Yeah, they've got some crazy stuff for that there. Erna, were you married before 6 years ago? No, my first and only. I gotta preface, first and only. Yeah, nothing prior to that. Well, aside from dating and that type of thing, Let's see here, going down the line. Guys, we got 62 amazing peeps here currently right now. It is amazing that you guys are hanging, and I appreciate it. Amazing only because, like I said, this content is very niche related in terms of food. A lot of people obviously love food, love to eat, and love food like I do. Hence hence one of our amazing community members here. But I appreciate you guys being on here right now. And like I said, it means the world, especially if we can kind of zone out and tune out from everything going on right now. That's always a great thing. So, all right. Yes. Have you seen Kevin Smith is releasing a Netflix series? Yes. Take a look. Do a search online. He's producing the new animated, they say, actual sequel to the 80s cartoon. It's for people like me and people in that age group that were really into He-Man back then. So that's going to be awesome how they're going to do that. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. But there is an updated, newer version of it, an animated type of thing as well for Netflix, but a much different art style. They've changed it so many times throughout the years, but it's got like a resurgence because the movie is due to be out in like another year or two. So I think that's what they're trying to do, is get people ready for it there. Ginger Fit Dad, yes, us old folks, no joke. I can't believe how old I'm going to be later this year. It's kind of crazy to think about. It's kind of crazy. So if you guys are ready for the next review, give me a chicken. Actually, you know what? Let's see. What can we do? If you're ready for the next review, just give me a happy face. How about that? Give me a happy face here in the chat. If I could see as many happy faces as we can, that should be a real easy one for you. We'll jump into this here because this one I'm very curious about. I kind of mentioned this to the wifey as well every time that I've seen this. And this may be something more local for me, but it'd be something interesting possibly for you guys to see. There we go. We got Mr. Chicken connoisseur himself, Poppy Eats, leading us off with Erna as well. I'll take that. I'll take the semi emoji with the semicolon and the parentheses there. Thank you. You got Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Very cool. Larry Nguyen is outside my house. Come on in. That's awesome. Which, by the way, just so you guys know, and this may actually scare Larry away, we actually had a 3.2 magnitude earthquake in Simi Valley earlier this afternoon, which is somewhere a little bit further up north into the northwest, I should say, from where I'm at, a little bit further up. Kind of crazy right now with that. So if you guys remember when we actually had a situation on the stream here, I actually put that stream out, and a lot of people still comment on that to this day because I freaked out on that stream. So it was kind of crazy. And yes, Kyle, I heard that Fry's Electronics is closing up. Yes, I know. I used to go there a lot to look around and to pick a bunch of things up on occasion. But I'm very, very sad to hear that by far. It's the end of an era with everything right now. So, all right. So guys, check this out. For most of you who know, pretty much the chicken sandwich thing is going on like crazy right now. And obviously, and talking just obviously we keep coming back to Poppy, or I do at least, because it's such an awesome selection of stuff that he's taken a look at. Just really, really great stuff. And even some redos of a few different things. There's a lot of places locally that are doing it as well. And they're jumping on the bandwagon, trying to emulate either the Chick-fil-A, the Popeyes thing, because everyone knows chicken sandwiches are crazy. And yes, I was literally, I was shook. It was ridiculous. I don't really remember too much of that section when that was happening, but I was trying my hardest not to pass out. I remember that, which was pretty crazy, but crazy video for that. But as you know, plenty of chicken sandwiches in effect. And Michael says that was a fun night. Yes, it was. I guess maybe it was for you guys. So with the chicken sandwich wars in effect right now, you guys all know that there's so many other places that are out there that are trying to jump on the game. A lot of local places are doing it. Some markets even are doing it. We actually have a market local in Pasadena here called Vons. And believe it or not, it is kind of interesting that I didn't think I would actually see something like Chick-fil-A or Popeyes like that, but apparently it's a huge thing that they're trying to push for here locally. Now, for those of you who don't know, Vons is one of the major markets here on the West Coast, and I think they may have a little bit further up north slightly. I think it's really more of like a Southern California thing. But I gotta say, I was very surprised to see what they were going to be doing with that. And yes, Poppy, I know I want to try that Bojangles. That's ridiculous. That looked amazing. That did look amazing. Again, that just an awesome selection of goodies. But anyway, our local Vons here is pushing a sandwich, and I could not believe it when I saw this here. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to cover up the live chat here so you can take a look at what I'm looking at here. So what I'm going to do when I do this, you're going to see the chat on the screen is going to go away while I do the review, because I don't want to be distracted by looking over, and I want to go back and forth with you as we're coming down to the time. But I want you to take a look at what you're about to see right now, because this is what we're going to do, and then I'll take this graphic off when the review is done. So for you guys watching right now, you'll be able to obviously look down below on your phone. If you're on your computer, you're going to see it to the side. But we're going to jump into the official review of, there it is. Check this out, the Signature Cafe Firecracker Fried Chicken Sandwich from Vons. It's a Signature Cafe item here, and it's really kind of interesting. If you take a look at what I'm looking at, obviously you can see on the screen, it's all white meat chicken breast. It's got that fresh brioche bun, crinkle cut pickles. This is pretty much just like the actual Popeyes type of sandwich. Actually, I want to say Chick-fil-A, actually, because it's like in between the two. It just looks like it's in between the two. So what I got here, and it's still pretty much warm, list for $3.99, familiar price point. Look at that, familiar price point for what this is, guys. And the size looks very similar as well. So this is going to be very interesting to see what's going on with this here. So let me open this up as easy as I can. I think it's on the side here. Now keep in mind too, this was made today. This is still really, really hot in my hands right now. I'm surprised. It's got a huge laundry list of ingredients. I'm not going to go further into it there. Let's just move on. I don't really want to know, to be on the safe side. I've always been curious. The only thing I see is that advertisement, and okay. All right, hang on here. This should be interesting. Yeah, a lot of grocery stores is trying to do this here, but I can already tell you this is a lot of bun. And yeah, wow, this is going to be fun. All right, so here we go. This is the Firecracker Chicken Sandwich from Vons, and it's got the pickle action that you can see there. Take a look at that. And the bun itself, take a look on the inside. There's really nothing going on, guys. I don't know about this already. Look at the chicken. Come on. Come on, Signature Cafe. Really? Really? I mean, the pickle game is all right. But I can already tell you, if I was doing a ranking like Poppy with 1 to 20, Just the appearance alone, this is going to have to fight to go above 20, okay? The bun itself, oh man. Wow. Listen. You hear that? Let me see if I can bring this around. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm tapping on it. You can hear the bun. This is like not... Oh, man. All right, well, I took a chance with this because I wanted to give this a go. This is not going to be... this is not going to be that great. I can already tell. Let's go for a bite here. It's a firecracker chicken sandwich. Signature cafe version. Here we go. The bun is hard. But, hold on. Hold on. That is dry. Wow. The flavor is okay on it, but it is dry. It is dry. It's thick white meat too. Man. Let's go for another bite on this. I'm not going to go much past another bite because I already know. Hang on. Oh, man. No. Gonna have a problem here if I don't have somebody to help me just in case. Okay. I'm not going any further with this one. That is whack. I took a chance with this one tonight. And obviously, this is about as good as I'm going to get focus-wise right now. This is so sad. Some days are like this when you're going live, guys. What can you do? The bun, if this was fresher, would be decent. The chicken itself has got some okay flavor. The coating is light. And I like that because, I mean, it's a fried coating, but it smacks of the deli counter, and I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, you know, considering what it is. But it's a decent-sized piece of meat, you know, at the same time, too. Pickle game, solid. Crinkle cut, you know, it's covering all the bases. That brioche-style bun, though, does not look like... I guess maybe it does kind of look like this. But the chicken itself is dry. I mean, that's the main thing. And I know that this was pretty much like, you know, in the heated section, ready to go. That type of thing too. But man, this could have been so much better. And naturally, I mean, it is what it is. So like I said, I was very curious to give this a shot. I kind of wanted to see just to, you know, after giving the Mickey D's variant another go, just to kind of see how that was going to be. But on a scale of 1 to 10 on that, I'm going to go maybe 2.5, 3 at the most. I mean, it's the chicken could be better if it was fresher. The bun could be better if it was softer. But there's just nothing to that. So, I mean, it's not even worth eating the carb. The bread is just a lot of bread, you know, so it kind of is what it is. So, yeah, no bueno with that. That was a very fast, quick situation. So I tried, guys. I tried with that. Next week will be fun because of Popeyes and KFC. I'll definitely make that happen for you guys. And we'll have fun then because that's going to be something fun to check out. And actually, by that time, Poppy would have already done it. So it's not going to be spoiling too much if you haven't watched my review yet. Hopefully you have not, Poppy, because you want to go in, you know, with the virgin ears and eyes to make sure you don't see it. But let's see. Let me get back there. There we go. Yeah, no bueno on that, guys. Sorry about that. I wanted to try it. I was very curious, and I'll definitely take the protein out of it and use it for something else. I know the wifey just got home right now, so when we have dinner, whatever that's going to be there. But a no bueno situation with that. So yes, no bueno situation. Hang on 1 second here. Let's see here. Mike, what is Mike saying there? Hang on 1 second. My chat is moving up. Why is white meat the way to go? Maybe some dark meat. I always say 100%. They always say 100% white meat. You know, it's considered the premium version of the chicken, believe it or not. I think that's the reason why, Mike, and it's just the biggest part of it too there. I'm right there with you though, Mike. I like dark meat personally. So I'm a huge fan of that there. Mr. Jimmy, you're too nice with that score. Look, it's edible. It's not bad. I mean, if I heat that up and put some sauce on it, I think it'd be all right. But yeah, it is what it is. Anything less than a 5, obviously, it's, you know, that's, I mean, 2.5, 3 tops. Let's just say it's erring in between 2.5 and 3, but not good, Mr. Jimmy. But yes, dark meat for me personally is a favorite. I love chicken thighs. I love legs, you know, that type of thing. I'm definitely definitely down with that for sure. It's one of my favorites for that. Let's see here. And would you rather go to Sonic Cheesecake Footlong or Von's Chicken Sandwich? Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I'll take the chicken sandwich, my friend. I'll take the chicken sandwich. I think I rated that one accordingly too. And because that one literally, that took a dive into the dumpster at the very end of that review. This will not. I will definitely take the protein out of that. For sure. Too generous with the ratings. Yes, yes. I can be sometimes there because something has to be really made poorly for it to score low. And naturally, if that was just a little bit fresher, I think it would be pretty decent. But I don't think I would go much above, even if that was at the peak performance of it, considering what it is. Anything more than like maybe like a 5. It's average at best. And that's pretty much that. All right, let's see here. Have you seen it? Why aren't Which more popular? You know what? The one that I actually would go to closed up here in Pasadena and became Five Guys, believe it or not. Actually, no. Five Guys opened up next to them. They became Randy's Donuts here in Pasadena. So they've actually been out of the area here, and they're a little bit more pricier, but the quality was good. I have a couple of reviews actually on my channel, and they're really, really good. The Wicked is an awesome sandwich. Really, really good stuff. Yes, thighs all day, Ericard. I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, Kyle, I heard fries closed up for sure. Ed Keaton says the sandwich looked kind of weak. Yep, it's all bun and just deli style fried chicken. Deli counter fried chicken is essentially what that is. So yeah, I'm glad I satisfied my curiosity with that, but I will not be getting that again. Let's see. Armando, yes, El Pollo Loco has got in their catering menu the new lunch boxes. I've seen. Absolutely. Some good stuff on there. Definitely good stuff on there. Let's see here. As we round it out, let's see what you guys are active in the chat, boy. You guys are active in the chat. Zach and Dad heard Taco Bell will be coming out with crispy chicken sandwich taco later this year. Yes, everyone is jumping on that like crazy. I know there's already a bunch of stuff online with it. Looks pretty interesting, but kind of like a glorified gordita shell, I want to say it looks like, in terms of just that pita bread style, but more puffy. But I'm down. Or a chalupa shell, I should say. I'm definitely down with that. The bread looks pretty cool. It looks different. It's almost like pita-like, but just thicker. So I can't wait to give that a go. Definitely excited about that too. And of course, a spicy variant with just jalapenos added. Pretty funny. I'm excited to check that out there. But, you know, it's funny, but, you know, chicken is always hot. You know, ever since Popeyes, everybody's got to do their spin on it there. And naturally, now it's time to differentiate because everyone does the same thing with the pickles and the mayo or the spicy sauce. Now, that Taco Bell one should be pretty amazing to check out for sure. Poppy, my local Jack in the Box that's closed is becoming this healthy, popular local chain. Cool. Very cool. Building up from the ashes of what was to be what will be. I'll be interested to see what you're going to do over there, Poppy. That'd be awesome. Angel Smith, thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you. Chipotle Chicken Club. Very good. Very good, Irma. This Taco Bell stuff is pretty tasty. Or the Bacon Chicken Club. Pretty good stuff. A chalupa, I should say. Bacon Club Chalupa. That's what it is. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that taco for sure. It should be a lot of fun to see. Let's see. Buzz made it for the last couple of minutes. Thanks so much for jumping on, and again for your super chat donation, my friend. Definitely take a look at the replay. You're probably skimming through it now if you've made it this far in, but thanks so much for being on here. Immortalized, I should say. Immortalized here in the chat as well. We took a look at a couple of fun things. One thing that turned out to be a lot better than I thought was going to be the second time around, and then something that really kind of deflated and went out with a whimper at the same time. So it is what it is. Let's see. Annette, have you tried Angry Chicks? I have not. I do want to try some other localized ones there. Howling Rays, which I've done on my channel finally. I did that about a month or two ago. That chicken sandwich was amazing. If you guys want to see what a really, really awesome looking chicken sandwich is, Howling Rays here in Los Angeles, they opened up a Pasadena location where I live, and it's only deliverable through Postmates, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. But Angry Chicks, I haven't heard. I'd like to try a lot of those specialized places with names like that, though. They have a Dave's Hot Chicken here and a few other places, too. So we'll have to see. But Bus, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you for jumping in, even at the last minute there. I appreciate it. Vivian George, hey. Yes, it has been a while. Thanks so much for jumping on. Bus is craving tacos from one of the numerous stands around town. Now, you know, that sounds really good right now, too, there. I'm considering the 2 or 3 bites. The 3 bites I took of the first thing that I reviewed and the 2 of this, I've got like a crazy appetite right now. So what I'm going to be doing is right after I finish dinner from this stream, I'll be putting this together for you guys to have for the next day. So this will be for tomorrow. Excited about that. Let's see here. Going down the line. Quesalupa back. Yep, we already know that's going to be coming in there as well. Excited for that to come bound back. You already know what it is. Clyde's Hot Chicken. Yes, Mr. Jimmy. Yes, in the Upland area. I've heard about that place too. There's some places to make my way out to. Be something fun to try for sure. Absolutely. And again, with all the stuff coming out right now, it's all about the fish stuff. So naturally, you're seeing a lot of the options that are there. The fish sandwiches, I just put out the one from Carl's Jr. just to kind of finish this up as we round out the end of the evening. It's been a busy couple of weeks for you since I've seen you guys. This has been a lot of content that has popped out here right now. Let me see, starting all the way back. Let's see what we've got. Connection is going through. Come on. Let's try that again. All right. So we have, obviously from the BK today with the double bacon, breakfast sourdough king, beer battered fish sandwich from Carl's Jr. In effect there, Little Caesars stuffed pretzel crust in there as well. We have all the chicken sandwiches, the honey mango taco, the crispy taco, or shrimp taco, I should say. So let's see, the McDonald's deluxe crispy chicken sandwich. We have the spicy crispy chicken sandwich, the regular crispy chicken sandwich, the spicy jalapeno popper chicken sandwich, spicy jalapeno popper cheeseburger, the honey mango crispy jumbo shrimp, Jack in the Box deluxe fish. It's just a lot of fish, a lot of fish, a lot of chicken, especially this past couple of weeks. It's been wild. It's been wild, and of course more to come going down the line at the same time. Let's see here. Last couple of things as we round it out. Let's see. Ericard appreciates everyone for checking in and stopping by. Thank you so much to all of you guys, and for all of you, the mods out there as well. We have an amazing community here on the channel, like I always say. We try and keep it light with any of the drama. If not at all, we really don't have too much, knock on wood. I could say that now towards the end because we're about to sign off. But definitely a fun time being on here with you guys. You guys already know. I could not do what I do and love it as much as I do without having you guys consume and give me the feedback as well. I always appreciate what you guys have to say. And it means a great deal to have you guys on these streams here every single week. Ericard, let's see, you're always a positive punctuation and mostly garbage stress-filled weeks for most of us, and I try, believe me. I go through my stuff too, E, believe me. But I'm glad we can kind of zone out together and spend some time, spend some moments, and just have a good time at the same time. So it really is, it means a great deal to me, and I love doing it. It's always a blast. So to Mr. Jimmy, mi familia, to Mama Peeps watching as well, I love you guys. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see, forgot the spicy chicken sandwich deluxe. Actually, Klon Go, there is no version of that. You can get that made, I guess, if you want to. Technically, it's just adding the lettuce and the tomato to that there, and the pickles, I'm sure. That would be pretty decent as well, because I think the spicy sauce would go good with that, minus the tomato for me, naturally, in general. But yeah, definitely a nice situation with that for sure. Let's see here. Going down the line, you guys are all saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Ever had the quarter pounder with cheese deluxe from McDonald's? You know what? Never have, because that's simply the same thing, just with lettuce and tomato. But never thought to order that. I've seen that available before, and they've actually had that on the menu. Ed Keaton, great stream as always. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay frosty. Take care, and God bless. I appreciate you, Ed, and thank you so much. If you guys want to put some prayer hands up in the chat here in general for all of you guys, and for anyone who may be watching right now, who may be going through some stuff, you always know I love to end the streams off this way. It's very important to kind of spread that positivity out there and have as much fun doing it. Create the content that's going to be pertinent to you and something that you like to do and put out and enjoy. Then people just begin to resonate around that if they like what they see, of course. Precious moments with Ian and friends. There you go. There you go, Poppy. But we got the prayer hands jumping in here right now. Now, I'm not overly religious, believe me. I'm a little bit more spiritual, and some people may argue, well, what's the difference between that, naturally there? I mean, I identify with a couple of things, but naturally, it's just a matter of trying to find the good in what you can every single day. We all have the same choice when we wake up in the morning. We can either choose to have a horrible day or choose to have a good day. So try and err on the side of the latter and keep it as positive and good as you possibly can. Larry, will you ever review Chipotle? Maybe. Honestly, with something like that, it's kind of something that you make on your own. So what I would make may not be necessarily what most people would either like and vice versa. But I'm not against the idea of Chipotle, those places, but unless there's something maybe specific for it. But I appreciate all the prayer hands. I appreciate all the thumbs up. Wishing all kinds of goodwill to everybody out there who's pumping out that content in the community and just doing what they need to do. Keep doing what you do. Keep making that difference for the audience out there. And let's just keep reviewing all the fun stuff and have as much fun as we can, while we're doing what we can here right now. I appreciate you guys jumping on here. Let's see. Daniel S. Hey, what's going on? Hello. Make the best out of every situation. That's right. That is the best possible thing. It is the way to look at it. I'm telling you, it's a healthy way to look at it at the same time. And believe me, I have my off days. I'm the first one to tell you some days I don't think like that because what you're going through. But you have to. You got to keep saying it out loud to yourself, and things will be all right. So with that, Five Guys and In-N-Out are overrated, says Nehemiah. Go Five Guys. Boo In-N-Out, overrated. Five Guys is delicious. In-N-Out, that's my thing right there. Drew's Food Reviews, you already know, and most of you guys do as well. Double animal style, no tomato. That's what it is, animal style fries. Daniel S, my dude. What it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. Mike, I wish we had a White Castle. I've only got one sole White Castle review on my channel, and it was from when I was in Vegas a few years back, because they had a location there, but it was pretty awesome. Aside from the frozen variant that you can find in the supermarket that I did way back in the day when I was doing like market stuff, when I was trying to get my feet, my footing and trying to figure things out for the channel and try different things and trying to do that review style and figure all that out there. So definitely some pretty tasty stuff when you get the real deal. I remember having it back east, going back a few years ago, but the actual channel is just that one lone review. Two, I guess, if you count the market one. Let's see, is it Mio? Thanks for the content and all your efforts. Thank you, I appreciate you. I hope you guys are liking what you're seeing there. If you're liking all the graphics and they're trying to keep it visually interesting at the same time. I'm all about, making sure that we can, give you something kind of fun to look at or distract you a little bit if things begin to dip. So yes, Michael Domayer, got my license back today. Nice, congratulations. I want to say hopefully that you can drive okay. Hopefully the weather is actually better for you, Mike, out there in your way on the east over there. Armando, the Doritos roulette, yes. My Market Monday stuff. Oh man, I think I actually used a bandana. I used a red tie around my eyes in that thumbnail back in the day. And yes, Armando, I have yet to try Farmer Boys. Believe me, that's on the docket at some point in the near future here. I'm going to try and make that a reality. My mom's, believe it or not, has been asking me about Farmer Boys. So I'm going to have to see about that. Zesty pickled Doritos are so good. Nice. Pickle anything, I think, is pretty awesome. Unless it's on, the Signature Cafe, firecrackers, so to speak, fried chicken sandwich from Bonds. That's just no boo-boo right there. It's just horrible. Let's see. Chris C, nothing makes the day better than getting home and seeing Ian K is live. Needed the boost today. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm sending all the love and salutations out to all of you guys right now. I hope everything is finding you as well as it possibly can. I hope you enjoyed this last hour plus. Again, you have more content coming up this weekend. Obviously, the stream will be available the very next day after it airs. Love from New Zealand, from Braden. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it is really... just like I said, it's a love letter to be able to do this for you guys on the weekends, and I look forward to it. It is really a blast. So I appreciate you guys being here right now. Let me jump on over to my portal because I know I'm getting like over on the side here because I know it is dinner time. And I cannot wait to see what it's going to be. But guys, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. I can't believe this has been a very quick hour. Hopefully you found something of value in it. And if anything, it helped drown out whatever may be going on around your world right now. Zone out on your favorite creators on the platform. Definitely enjoy the weekend. Stay safe with whatever you do. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Don't look back. Don't think about what could have been. Think about what will be because of what you're doing right now, because everything is a precursor to this very moment. Every day we move into the future, whatever you've been doing up until this point is making that tomorrow that much better for you there. And I can't believe that all came out without hiccuping it up at the same time. So with that, guys, I'm going to close it out right now. I appreciate you jumping on. Thanks so much for being here. This is Ian K closing out the live stream officially for February 26th. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, guys. Good times indeed. Thanks so much for jumping on again to all the amazing people in the community here. All those who directly contributed to the channel, of course, take a look down below. You guys are in the lights there. I appreciate you guys greatly as well. I'll try and stay here in the chat as much as the platform, as soon as YouTube, once I log out of it, I still have activity there. So I'll be typing away as much as I can. So I'll do what I can. And again, I will see you in the very next piece of content coming soon. To all my mods, all the amazing peeps, thank you so much for jumping on. E. Ricard, always. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. We got Drew's Food Reviews is there as well. Freddy Foodie King, I think, is still hanging out. Great to see Freddy. Freddy is just blowing up like ridiculous right now. I got to see what's going on with Freddy. He is an amazing dude. But you know what? A jovial personality. He's definitely the real deal. He has a lot of fun doing what he does, and it's very infectious at the same time. So you already know what it is. Good times indeed there as well. So guys, thanks so much again for jumping on. Let me jump on over to the portal again. There we go. And I will definitely talk to you in a while. So stay frosty as always. Peace out. We out. Actually, we're not. I'm in the wrong spot. This is live, guys. This is live. All right, there we go. Have a great weekend, everybody. I love all of you guys. We'll see ya.